Happy Sunday. Hello and welcome everyone to our Sunday Healing Circle. Sorry I'm a little bit late. I had company over and I just bid them goodbye. And I'm saying hello to you. So hopefully, hopefully you guys are here. All right. And we're just gonna have to fly into this. Let me open up the chat and give that a test. So if you're here, go ahead and chime in and let me know that you are. And today we are going to be doing some healing requests and some prayer requests, holding people in light of healing, wholeness, wellness, whatever it is that we are wanting to experience, right? Okay, let's see where this goes. Looks like we're going on YouTube. Not sure about Facebook today. Okay, I might have missed the mark because if you don't get on at a certain time, they cut you out. All right, well, it's all good. Hey, Heather says, hello, happy Sunday, y'all. Happy Sunday, Heather. Yay. Okay, so here we are. All right, let me go ahead and pull up my notes and get this party started. So what I want to do before we get into the actual healing circle itself, I like to, well, teaching is my passion, right? So this is what I am here to do, and to spread messages of hope and healing. And it all begins with awareness in my book. So I want to help spread the message of awareness. And today's spiritual message that I want to share with you is about, and it'll be brief, is about the toxicity of holding on to resentment and what that does to us, the resenters. It's not pretty, folks. It is not pretty. So when we talk about resentment, we're talking about holding on to that anger, we're holding on to a hatred, we're holding on to like this venom towards other people. We want revenge, we don't like them, what, fill in the blanks, and they could deserve it. I'm not here to judge. They could have done something really horrible to deserve that. And I'm not here to condone bad behavior. I am not, but I am here to help all of us maintain the health and the well-being that the universe, Stephanie's here too. Hey, Steph. That the universe has set up for us. We are living in a stream of well-being. That is the natural way, right? And then we humans get involved and we create all kinds of blockages. We have all kinds of situations that get us out of the flow, get us out of the stream of well-being. So in my world, divine intelligence or universal intelligence, God, is one thing, and that is well-being. It's this perfection that keeps everything flowing. So in my world view, there is no evil there. The evil comes from man. It comes from us. It comes from stuff like resentment. We're creative beings. We have free will. We have all these emotions. We have these things. We're very unique creatures on this planet when you stop and think about it. We're very unique. We could just be like a flower or like a bird and just do what it's intended to do. But no, we have choices, we have creativity, we have free will, we can go right, we can go left, we can go up, we can go down, we can go wrong, we can go right. You know what I'm saying? We have just a lot of variation being a human being. And one of those variables is holding on to resentment. So let's talk about that. So when I think about holding on to resentment, I know that our bodies are like sponges. They're all of our cells, our neurons, our vagus nervous system. It's just a big communication superpower. There's a lot of communication going on here. So what we say, what we feel, what we are thinking affects everything. So if we're thinking compartmentalization, if we're thinking our thoughts don't affect our bodies, we are wrong in that, and I stand by that. And so when we hold on to resentments, we are hurting our own body. We are poisoning our own body. So if we think of resentments as a toxin, then we can see it how it will negatively affect our own bodies. And that creates dis-ease. It kicks us out of the flow and the harmony of the well-being that is our natural way, right? So holding on to resentment, you guys have all heard this, is like drinking poison and expecting someone else to die. It keeps the pain inside alive, us, not them. They're going about their business. They probably don't even know that you have the resentment. They may, they may not, who knows? But it's affecting you. It's affecting the person who has the resentments. It affects us on the emotional, mental, and physical planes. It affects the trifecta of the spiritual human being, right? So why do we want to hurt ourselves? I don't want to hurt myself. So happy Sunday, Kristen. Glad you're all here. All right. So when we have those resentments in the body, and anger, of course, they can create a stress response. And we all know about fight, flight, freeze. It creates inflammation. It creates all kinds of things that lead to disease. So a lot of people think that disease is random and it just happens. And how did that happen? Well, you can pretty much trace any kind of disease or any kind of ailment in the body back to an emotional or a spiritual situation, an emotional response, right? So when we clean up that part of our lives, keep do our spiritual cleanses and do our daily hygiene with our energy, and we're aware of what's going on in here as best we can, um, then we create an environment in our body to thrive. And so when we are holding on to resentment, our muscles get tight, we weaken our immune system. Again, it contributes to inflammation, heart issues, digestive problems, and our bodies are always listening to our inner emotional climate. It's always responding. This is a universe going on in here. I always say that the universe out there is always responding to us. Well, your universe here is also responding to your thoughts and what you are emoting, right? It's it's a complex situation, and it's very interesting when you really break it down. So, how do we remedy this? How do we clean that up? So, yes, we may have some resentments. This is not a conversation to say to you, bad job, stop doing that. There's something wrong with you. There's nothing wrong with you. We're human. We're all going to do it. But what we can do instead is redirect our energy, and we can choose something else, right? With practice, we can choose that other thing more quickly. And forgiveness is the antidote to resentment. And so when we can think of forgiveness, and we also think of forgiveness is not condoning bad behavior from another person or external situations. It's calling in freedom for yourself. It's releasing yourself from the bondage of the the ties that bind us. I think of the Devil card. I think of the Eight of Swords card in the tarot. I think of those situations that, or even the Nine of Swords or the Ten of Swords, the Nightmare card, and then our thoughts just debilitating us. And those debilitating thoughts can definitely be stem from resentment. And so we need to really check ourselves and keep our energetic hygiene at a healthy level, right? So, like I said, forgiveness is not condoning, it's calling in freedom for ourselves. It's like, okay, and we can't control other people anyway, you know? It's like, all right, well, they're doing the best that they can, I guess. But and also what they're doing in the big picture, in the big scheme, has very little to do with me. They're running their own program. They're running their own show. There's a zillion things going on with them that has nothing to do with me. However, I got some of their little after effect. Well, okay, get it off me. And sometimes it's that easy, and sometimes it takes a lot more work, like therapy, trauma therapy, uh, just a lot of work, forgiveness work. It just depends on the depth of the offense, right? And how we respond individually. Some people are really quick to forgive and move on, while other people take a moment to have to process and to go through their mourning process and their stages of grief or whatever they need to do so that they can feel complete, right? And so we respect all stages of healing and all forms of healing. So again, forgiveness does not mean approving of what happened. It means choosing our own peace over carrying the weight of the pain. It is the ultimate act of self love. I remember a quote from Martin Luther King who said something about hate is too big of a burden to carry. I choose love. That's my philosophy. I redirect myself when I'm feeling those negative emotions because it only hurts me. You can feel it in your body. You feel the heaviness. You feel the sickness coming on. You know, it's an undeniable energetic dampening of things. And so my last point on all of this is letting go of or letting go is healing. So then I think of the surrender card in the tarot, where we can just release it. We can do a ceremony if we need to. We can do a meditation, affirmations, therapy. Again, whatever tools we need to get us there, to help us let it go. So when we release resentment, we allow the energy to flow freely again, and then we get back into the flow of the well being of the universe. It's a natural state. It's our natural state of being. It's already set up for us, right? And so it's like, haha, okay, it's already there. It's already set up. It's the natural way of being. It's not difficult. I just need to get from where I am to what's already been going on over here for a millennial, and jump over there and go with that flow. All right, I can do that with the tools, with the practice, with the helpers, with the resources, with knowledge, with all of those things. I can redirect myself and get back into that flow quicker now. Yes, that's progress. That's progress. That's what we're looking for. Never perfection, just progress. So forgiveness opens your heart. It strengthens your body. It calms the mind. It calms the nervous system. It calms the vagus nervous system. It reconnects us to spirit's endless capacity to renew and restore. We are always healing. Our bodies are always in that natural place of healing, restoring, renewing. We have a completely different set of cells uh, from our body from 10 years ago, 20 years ago when we were children. It's like we're shapeshifters, literally. We are in completely different models of our bodies, right? That's what it does. You cut yourself. What does it do? It heals, given the environment is clean and not infected. It's the same thing with the emotional aspects of ourselves. So given the environment, a healthy, wholesome environment, one that is aware and one that does the work, then we are in the capacity of continuously growing and healing, right? And restoring and renewing. It's all the design to me is brilliant. It's simple, but there's but as humans, we're complex and we complicate stuff. We overthink, again, we have choices. There's a lot of different things, right? So I'm going to go ahead and let's do a 2-minute forgiveness meditation. So if any of us are holding on to any sort of resentment towards another person, this is the time and the space to release that as best we can, right? So if you're comfortable where you should be, you're in the hopefully the comfort of your own home, you can get into a comfortable space, take a couple of nice cleansing deep breaths. You can close your eyes or keep them open. And I want you to take one more deep breath in and slowly exhale. And feel yourself arrive in this moment, feeling supported, safe, and surrounded by light. Bring to mind anyone, including yourself, you may be holding resentment toward. You don't have to relive the story. Just simply notice if any tension or heaviness comes up. Now silently affirm, I choose peace over pain. I choose peace over pain. I choose to set myself free. I allow the burden to fall away. Now you can imagine a soft golden light gathering in your heart, a warm, expansive, and healing light. And with each breath, this light grows stronger, filling your body, your mind, and your spirit. And in this light, forgiveness is natural. Just like think when you were a kid. Somebody did something upset you. 2 seconds later, you kind of forgot about it. You just moved on. Let's remember that and hold on to that light. Forgiveness is healing. Forgiveness is freedom. Take another deep breath in. And as you exhale, imagine releasing any old hurts, any old story, and release it into the vastness of Spirit's love. Spirit knows what to do with it. Here we go. We can just release it. We can just release it. And then a little added bonus in this meditation we can also include, we can ask ourselves, and maybe we don't have enough information right now, but something to ponder later. I do believe that there's an opportunity and a gift in every situation. We can ask ourselves, if there was a gift in this situation, what was it? What was that gift? What was that opportunity? What is that opportunity? And now we can affirm, you are free, you are whole, and you are at peace. All right, and if you had your eyes closed, you can go ahead and open them up. And let's go ahead and shift gears and get into our prayer and our healing request time. And so let me explain what this means. Now that our side of the street is cleared and cleaned up, now we can hold the space to for healing for other people. We can hold the space. We can know that well-being and the healing is the normal of the universe. We can be the space holders for that. We can be the vessels, and we can bring everybody into our bubble. That's how I like to imagine it. You can imagine it however you like. So I like to just visualize and see the people that I am holding space for, or saying a prayer for, or setting an intention for. Use whatever words align best with you and your philosophy of life. You know, it's all the same stuff in my world. But sometimes, words have meaning. Use the words that have the highest, best meaning for you. So we're going to use our hands. And Kristen pointed out in a class not too long ago that the heart chakra is here, and the heart energy is coursing through our arms, through our hands. So our hands are the extension of our heart. And so that's why we see our mothers, that's why we see people tapping, holding, putting our hands on our hearts, on our soft spots. Are you okay? Patting somebody on the back. We already know that. We intuitively know that. We are born healers. We are here to extend that heart energy and that love. So for the people that we're holding in space, and you can go ahead and chat in anybody that you would like to include in this circle. You can include your pets, you can include your people, you can include situations, you can include whatever comes to mind that you think that healing would benefit, And I have a list of my own. So first on my list is Kristen's dad. So Kristen's dad is going into surgery to remove cancer from his body. So we're going to have our little healing incubator here, however you want to see this, in this golden light, in our healing circle. We can surround him with our love, extend our hearts out to him. And what we're doing is we're just flowing universal healing energy to him, knowing that it knows exactly what to do. It knows exactly where to go. It goes beyond our limitations, our limited minds and imaginations, right? I also want to include Cheryl's ex-husband in this. I also want to include the health and well-being of our nation, the United States, its citizens, its family members. In this uncertain time right now. I also want to include the health and the well-being of our global community. Because when we just think for a moment, nothing is compartmentalized, nothing is separate. We're all connected. And when one thing is affected, everything is affected. And so I'm calling for global healing and well-being, a restoration of kindness and sanity, a restoration of well-being and trust, a restoration of knowing that all is well in the universe, a restoration of surrender, a restoration of trust. Trust is the big word that keeps coming through, the big feeling that keeps coming through. That all is well. That all is well. The universe is well. God is perfect. The universe knows what it's doing. The show, the people, the stuff, the the external situations. Call healing to all of it, to soften the egos, to call peace, calm, community. Let's remember that we're all connected in this community. We are all connected in this global community. We are all brothers and sisters. One of my mentors of the past used to say, God has no grandchildren. We are all brothers and sisters in this incarnation, in this evolution. And so we continue to pray, request, intend, ask for, visualize, see, feel, healing, wholeness, wellness for everybody. Feeling aligned, feeling safe. That one just came through hard. Feeling root chakra healed across the entire globe. A healing of the root chakra, a calming of the red energy, a calming of the fire, a calming, knowing that there is enough abundance and resources. And the lack of is an illusion. And we call in a healing of that root chakra. To let the abundance flow. It already is, but to put our awareness on the abundance. Oh yeah, it already is flowing. It already has been. It's its natural state. I got distracted. The restoration of our perspective, of our sanity, and to seeing the truth of what is around us, the goodness, the benevolence, the well-being, the healing, and knowing that healing is available to every single one of us. It is our birthright. It is here for you. It is here for me. And so we envelop all of these people. We give thanks. And then we're going to go ahead and say an affirmative prayer to close it off. And I wrote this one down so that we can get it just right. All right. Holding all of our brothers and sisters in this space, I recognize that there is one infinite power, one divine intelligence, one source of all life, love, and wholeness. This presence is perfect health, boundless vitality, and the pure essence of well-being. It flows through all creation, expressing itself as harmony, balance, and radiant life. I know that this presence lives and breathes through you. The life of God, Source, is your life. It is a breath away. The perfect pattern of health is already established within you. And you are full and complete expression of divine wholeness. There is no separation, none. You are intimately and eternally connected to the source of all good. Let us affirm that every cell, tissue, and organ in your body is infused with divine intelligence and operates in perfect harmony. Health flows through you like a river of light, restoring, renewing, and revitalizing every part of your being. You embody vibrant energy, emotional balance, mental clarity, and a spirit of deep peace. You are strong, resilient, and fully well, body, mind, and soul. I give thanks for this truth. I rejoice in knowing that health and well-being are your birthright, fully available to you now. Gratitude fills my heart as I affirm this for you and every living creature. Every living creature. There is no separation. I release this word into the law with a capital L, knowing it is already done, and I let go, and I let God, I let Source, I allow universe, do your magic, do your stuff, and then we say amen, or and so it is, closing it off, knowing it is done, that we live in such a responsive universe. It hears us, it responds to us. It is our creation as a result of that. Think about that for a minute. This is a culmination of our thoughts, our feelings, our emotions collectively. Pretty amazing stuff. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and see if you have any comments first, if you have any other people you would like to include in a request, a prayer request, a healing request. There's no too big, too small. Size doesn't matter with the universe. And if not, I'm going to go ahead and close out with some announcements. First of all, thank you guys for being here with me today. I was happy to hop on here. I didn't know I was going to make it, but I'm so glad I did. And at 2:00 in just like 20 minutes, come back for our new moon manifesting circle. So we are under the energy of a new moon right now. And it's time to leverage that energy to co-create with the universe, with the brilliance of this universe that we live in, right? And plant some new seeds and make some new things, bring some new things in for the month of May. And or whatever timeline you have for yourself. So come back at 2. I will see you then. Thank you, Stephanie, for being here. You're very welcome. Absolutely. You are also so appreciated. Love having you guys here. I'm so honored to be a part of your circle and to just be in your presence. And shout out to your dad. Let him know I said hello and to expect great things with his surgery. And of course, your mom, Kristen. So much love to you guys. Hopefully, I'll see you back here at 2:00. All right. Peace and blessings, everybody, from my heart to yours. Take good care.